Over the years, the name Rolex went from being one associated with watches to one being used synonymously with so much more: fashion, luxury and functionality. The British-Swiss watch designer and manufacturer began operations in 1905 under the name Wilsdorf and Davis. By 1915, the company registered itself as Rolex, and the rest, as they say, is history. So, let's take a look at 5 of the world's most sought-after Rolex watches. Number 5. Rolex Submariner. The undisputed most popular Rolex model of all time, the Rolex Submariner, was designed as part of the company's sports watch range. As the name implies, the Submariner was designed keeping scuba divers in mind. The first Submariner debuted at the Basel Watch Fair in 1954, a first of its kind. The Submariner was designed to be waterproof till about 330 feet. Newer versions are sustainable till 1,000 feet, far greater depths than what divers actually go. The Submariner is part of Rolex's Oyster Perpetual line, with the Submariner No Date, the Submariner Ceramic, and the Submariner Green being the most popular models introduced. There's some disparity over which model was the first to be released in the Submariner line, the 6204 or the 6205 model. In either case, earlier models featured pencil hands and didn't come with the Submariner logo. Most people attribute it to trademark issues at the time, but the watch was still referred to as the Submariner in literature. Newer designs featured minor cosmetic changes, such as the watch hands being replaced, but were mostly focused on improving the Submariner's water resistance. In 2003, Rolex celebrated the Submariner's 50th anniversary by launching the Rolex Submariner Date Anniversary Edition 16610LV, with distinguishing features such as the green bezel and maxi dial. Its production ended in 2010, with the final watches being issued with the new random serial number. Between 1989 to 2010, the company produced the Rolex Submariner 16610. The model was perhaps the most eloquent of all the watches in the range. Polished stainless steel, automatic movement, a unidirectional rotatable time-lapse diver's bezel, and date tracking. The Submariner 16610 features scratch-resistant sapphire crystal which provides protection. The watch is durable and sporty, yet its sleek appearance makes it appropriate for wearing to high-end events. Number 4. Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. If you're fascinated with racing and race car drivers, get your hands on the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. Named after Daytona, Florida, the Rolex has been in production since 1963. The Cosmograph Daytona was originally marketed to race car drivers, but has found home everywhere since. Besides being a class act in terms of appearance, the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona features Rolex's most accurate and reliable tachymeters. This, plus a chronograph scale, allows racers to measure their speeds up to 400 km per hour, hence why the sports watch was designed and marketed initially to race car drivers. The watch has a built-in 4130 caliber, self-winding mechanical chronograph movement developed by Rolex. The design features less bulk than standard chronographs, making the Daytona's movement more reliable. This feature also saves space and makes it possible to house a larger mainspring and deliver a power reserve of up to 72 hours. The Daytona is one of Rolex's most popular and best-selling timepieces. It's the single best-selling watch for men in Rolex's entire range. The appearance is characteristic of the sporty feel Rolex wanted to achieve: leather straps, multiple subdials and tachymeters. There have been several limited edition pieces in the Daytona range, namely the Paul Newman Rolex. This particular model sold for approximately £1,089,186 at Christie's. Number 3. Rolex Yachtmaster. In 1992, Rolex unveiled a new addition to their line of sports watches, the Yachtmaster. This model was comparatively new, but was an instant favourite owing to its sleek design and multiple features. In 2007, the watch manufacturer released a second model in the Yachtmaster line, the Yachtmaster 2. Both watches are waterproof, have easy-to-read numbers, large hands, and features a case diameter of 44mm. The watches feature reliable chronographs, the Rolex 4161 movement. From 1992 till date, the Yachtmaster has maintained a place amongst Rolex's top most selling watches of all time. This might also be attributed to the fact that the Yachtmaster is unisex and comes in a range of finishes and designs. Besides the 116689 model, All Yachtmaster models have a blue Cerachrome insert. The 116689 model is exclusively platinum. All Yachtmasters have a screw-down trip-lock crown and a sapphire crystal designed to be scratch-resistant. The Yachtmaster, as is the Submariner, is part of the Oyster Perpetual line. The bracelet on all the models features an oyster design, with 3 element links. The center link could be exclusively gold or plated based on the model. The 4161 movement was specifically designed for the Yachtmaster 2. All previous models were built with the 4160 movement. The 4161 movement is a chronograph movement with the complication of a programmable timer. This counts down to 10 minutes. The mechanism was designed initially for regattas, the starting sequence of which can last till 10 minutes. Rolex took 35,000 hours, equivalent to 4 years, to create the 4161 movement, and made it up from 360 parts. The 4161 movement also has a power reserve for up to 72 hours when the watch is inactive. Number 2. Rolex President. In 1956, Rolex launched their Day-Date range. The range featured the first waterproof and self-winding chronometer in wristwatch history. The design was modern and timeless, but perhaps the most beloved of the entire range was the Rolex President. The watch is named after the US President Eisenhower. It offers a variety of finishes, including simpler stainless steel for a sleek, understated appearance, and gleaming gold for the ultimate look of Rolex luxury. The Rolex President features an instantaneous day display, which is spelt out in a full window on the dial along with the date. Synonymous to the name, the Rolex President is one of the Day-Date's best releases. Sleek finish, gleaming gold dials, everything exuberant of Rolex luxury. The Rolex President is equipped with a new generation movement caliber, 3255, developed exclusively by Rolex for prime performance. The watch has 14 Rolex patents and offers company fundamental gains in terms of precision, power, reserve, and resistance. Number 1. Rolex Date-Just. From 1905 till today, Rolex has been designing and manufacturing watches of all kinds. All of their designs have one thing in common. They're timeless, which is synonymous with the entire brand and their products. In 1945, Rolex produced the Rolex Date-Just, perhaps one of the company's initial designs. The Date-Just is also their most popular one. It serves as a testament to the timelessness of Rolex. The Date-Just was the first watch by Rolex to feature the self-winding capability. There's a signature Cyclops lens for easy viewing, and it's available in several finishes. Do you own any of these Rolexes? And which one do you think is worth being so popular? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Goodbye, Lux Cats. Until next time.